Well, it's too obvious that he's the Sith, so he's not the Sith, which means he actually is the Sith. This, I guess, is how the show attempts to be clever. Alright, and before even talking about the next scene, we have to keep in mind that the Jedi are aware of where May is going next, or they have a very strong suspicion that she is going after Kalaka. At the end of episode 3, we even see Saul being like, I just want to go to Kofar to try to see. So anyway, in this meeting, in this little discussion about who could be the Sith master who may have trained May, could it be a former Jedi? Is it something maybe far worse? Could it be this Sith returning? And he's even alluded to that they think it could be something worse. But anyway, at this meeting of all characters in the history of Star Wars is none other than Ki-Adi-Mundi. None other than the Jedi famously known for saying, so known for saying, Sith have been mistaken for me. That is why, even though the canon, he shouldn't even be born yet. That guy is not alive, but seems to be part of the investigation into the Sith, which means either he is a complete idiot and somehow forgets about all this, or perhaps he is part of some kind of cover-up. In fact, they don't want to tell the council what is going on here. Vanestra is like, we can't tell the council because if we tell the council, they'll tell us about it, and then people won't like the Jedi anymore. And so Vanestra, who in the previous episode told Saul that we don't do anything like meaningful, I really think then we can figure it out. And so either this is just terrible writing, or Vanestra has to
Team deathmatch. All operatives, you're clear to engage.
We can't even wrap it right here. So anyway, they were trying to figure out the next one.
Stun grenade out!
No, kill him. Danger.
Stun grenade!
They had already killed the Jedi. They even bring up the images of the 3 Jedi in front of Jedi, those are people who are like, we're just gonna fix the
Drago!
Play here. To show that they died. Anyway, Vanestra is all mad at Saul that he didn't tell her all the details about what happened. That they might still have died, even though Saul would be with me.
Toss it! Through this fight! Switching mics. Enemy down!
Again, I feel like Vanestra has to be somehow involved.
Changing mics.
Near your position.
But then again, maybe that is the whole
Taking the lead. Standing by. Hostile compromise detected.
Requesting close target marked. Here we go.
UAV online.
Target area marked. They're clear for us.
And it's a really big deal that they return to their things.
Take a seat. Attack me!
They're training people,
Hostile support a remote
bad
turret.
things. But Vanestra even says
Flash it!
Friendly UAV on station.
Mics.
And then it is something that is difficult to see, some sort of shift, something maybe tip the scales even. In other words, that she is very
That was thrown grenade! Stun grenade out!
Yeah, again, she's either working with the Sith, or she is the worst.
The lead.
That's for my mate.
Friendly UAV online.
I can kill the Sith, but we weren't supposed to use
Hostile airstrike near your location. Hostile UAV in the area. The enemy's taking the lead.
He seems great. Which is again kind of pointing at him.
a sniper!
So anyway, Mar is looking
Requesting
here.
full sale. Target marked.
Target's like, and then he says, and so this is maybe a little more subtle than some of the
We've lost the lead.
killers out there that he has wounded, and I'm working for him. Again, I go back to the Estra.
Secure the lead.
What time?
That. And OSHA's like, so you're just kind of going to use me to get to my sister?
Toss a
UAV
grenade!
online.
Well, yeah,
The
but I
enemy's
think
taking the lead.
sister that we can save her.
Throwing a stun grenade! Damn, not me!
Yeah, she killed people, but she still loves you. And
Drago!
you're still good to her. And
Stun grenade out!
the worst, even though, yes, this is murder. He is trying to get an idea.
Toss a
Enemy
grenade!
position airstrike. Find cover. The enemy is going
I'm getting
cloud.
stitched up!
We have obviously seen something like that. It's
Enemy UAV active.
It's just a shame he happens to be in this show where
Throw a grenade!
UAV is on the way.
Toss a grenade!
Friendly UAV on station.
Before they then roam into the woods, OSHA goes to York and is like, hey, extra
Fire! I'm reloading.
Because I don't think I can do it myself. Again, and York is like, we go here, base her because he thinks he's save her.
Changing bags.
Can't save her.
Took a shot.
I'm sure that she gets killed. Not sure, maybe she's afraid that
I'm reloading.
he comes off as strange. He comes off as OSHA is worried that they're going to take me. Exactly is OSHA.
Sniper's die.
Right.
The episode haven't had any action yet. They come across some weird bug creatures that are attached to trees. Probably predict if OSHA has to touch one.
Target area marked. They're cleared hard.
Hostile mosquito is online.
And immediately, it's on his
Taking the
lightsaber.
lead. Friendly UAV online.
Excellent. Throwing a stun grenade. What? Fire! Throw a grenade! Attack me! Got the sniper! Stun grenade out!
And Jackie's like, what's wrong? You know, it's just
Friendly UAV on station.
that creature and my actions caused it to kill. This is a very Star Wars-like thing that, yes, like this. That Jackie says, is anyone or anything transformed? It's a strange thing to say. That's what I get it. We can go to episode 3 and do this as we did for Joe. To kill things and then watch them join each other.
Toss a grenade!
Complete. Good work.
Saying that's exactly what Jackie was trying to say. It does come up a little bit. That is really such a good thing. Then why don't the Jedi just kind of roam around the galaxy and kill everyone and anything they come into contact with to help them become one with the Force? And yes, I'm obviously being a bit facetious here, but my point is that ending life early is always a tragedy, even if it is just a stupid bug that happens to friend you. It was OSHA's fault that it did that in the first place, and so it is fault that it is dead. Short because the Jedi are defenders. That is why they obviously don't go running around killing everybody in the galaxy. I mean, there are other reasons too, but they're trying to defend life. Yes, they understand that it ends, but they do not want to be the ones that have to bring it to them. Next we see Omar and A. Why there's such a sense of urgency? Yes, that he is being informed by somebody that the Jedi are bringing that they are going to kill them as well. Now, who would that be? And I'm going to go back to Minister Road. I think she has informed him what is going on. I think the whole let's have a meeting about what to do was to give them time, to give them time to get to the planet and to kill the Wookiee first. Because for whatever reason, she doesn't want them to get to the Wookiee. She is the one that wants them dead. Because Omar here does indeed seem like it is very important to kill them. It seems like it's more than just he wants them dead in revenge. He wants them dead over the Master's reasons. But anyway, May seems to be having some doubts or second thoughts at this point, and she even kind of gets frustrated and says that this is not a test, this is a possibility. You can't kill a Jedi without a weapon. She goes on to say that attacking a defenseless person goes against everything the Jedi stands for, which sure kind of sounds good and true, and this is a point where to be. But if a person is attacking you without a weapon and has the ability to kill you, then it doesn't matter if they have a weapon or not, they're still a threat. Or, for example, if they are a threat to someone else, the Jedi will do what they must to defend them. If the Jedi come across somebody beating the crap out of somebody and they don't have a weapon, it's not like the Jedi will just stand there and go, well, I can't really do anything because they don't have a weapon. Anyway, the scene that ends with Kumar running on excited and May kind of hangs back some trees as if she's thinking something. She then begins to pull something out of her bag, and well, she's going to set a trap for Kumar, get him stuck in a trap, in a snare, essentially, because I don't exactly know why she does that. I don't know if she is beginning to suspect something about him, that he is kind of meets the eye again, or why exactly she will get him trapped and then go on alone, probably because she's going to, or has decided to just turn herself in, but we'll get to that in a moment. We then find out that the Jedi's tracker has kind of disappeared, and Sol has this look on his face like he's maybe sensing something is wrong, or sensing the presence of somebody. Maybe he senses May, maybe he senses the Sith, maybe it's Kilnaka, maybe it's Kilnaka being killed, but he senses something. And then they all hear a scream and go running, and that scream actually turns out to be Kumar falling into the trap that May set for him. And these two then have a lovely little talk where apparently May has had an epiphany and that she doesn't want to do this anymore. She doesn't want to kill the Jedi. She says that OSHA being alive changes everything and that her loyalty is with OSHA. And I'm really confused by all this for multiple reasons, but I'll just get into like one of them. If May was doing this to get revenge on the Jedi, why exactly was she trying to get revenge on them for? Is it just for OSHA's death, or is it for the death of all the witches? What exactly does May think happened? Because if she's just satisfied that OSHA is alive, does that mean she only thinks that the four of them are responsible for her death, and not the other witches? Why does OSHA being alive kind of change whatever happened that day? What is her perspective? Is this bad writing, or does it make sense when we eventually, I'm assuming, see things from her perspective? Either way, Kumar, who is stuck in the trap, he is obviously quite distraught about all of this, and he says that you can't just turn yourself in, that the Jedi will put you into prison. So he's like, can I tell them what I know? And so he responds by saying, well, we'll kill you then. And honestly, I think the Jedi are going to put you in prison if you kill like 2 people, or at least kill one and help them aside, you've done some bad things, you're going to prison no matter what you know. And of course the question still has to be though, what does she know that Kumar and the Sith Master would be so upset about? And obviously it has to be that they are Sith or something along those lines. But even if you do tell the Jedi everything you know, they are not going to forgive you for that. Again, you killed somebody, you don't just get to go scot-free if you've killed somebody, no matter what the reason for it is, unless it is truly self-defense, but we know that wasn't the case. And then back with Sol, who continues to look like he is sensing something. Osha comes up to him and is like, hey, I can sense stuff again. I'm ready to face my sister. I got the courage to do it this time. And Sol is like, no, you're not actually going to do that. There's actually some kind of secret I've been keeping from you. And as soon as we get May and get her back to the ship, I'm going to tell you everything. Which means I think next week we're going to get a Sol flashback episode. We're going to see the events of that night from his perspective. Anyway, May reaches Kelnaka's little hut and is ready to turn herself in. She goes into the hut and is like, hey, I'm here to turn myself in, basically. But it turns out Kelnaka has been killed by a lightsaber, and it is very recent. It is literally still smoking. It's also interesting to note that he's just kind of sitting there, which I think tends to mean one of two things. He was completely taken by surprise by someone who was very stealthy, or he potentially knew the person who did it and didn't expect them to slice him open with a lightsaber. And it is good to see that a lightsaber has killed the person here. Maybe the secret is to slice and not stab. The Jedi then reach Kelnaka's house and they basically say, come on with your hands up, this is the police, and of course she doesn't come out. So then
hey, what's up?
Senses something. We don't know if he senses something familiar, maybe. He doesn't seem to be like not understanding what it is necessarily. He seems to be more like, how could that be here? I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm misinterpreting. But he slowly turns around and descending from the trees is a Sith Lord. Is Darth Teeth, as many are calling him, or Smilo Ren, or I don't know, Darth Smiley, I don't know, pick your name. But he comes down from the trees and he goes up to Osha and he pulls a lightsaber. The Jedi then react by pulling all their own lightsabers, igniting them, and as I was talking about at the start, they just kind of charge at the Sith, telling Osha to run. They seem to kind of forget about all that training and just, do the first instinct that comes to mind and attack. And yeah, you could make the argument that they're worried about Osha, they're trying to protect her. But I mean, if the Sith really wants to kill her, he could just kill her. He's literally right in front of her. Not to mention, I thought it was an honor to see someone transform into the Force, so they should just let him do it. But anyway, he kind of flicks away Osha, and then all the Jedi are running at him, and he force pushes all of them one giant blast, and that is
I thought that American manufacturing was supposed to be dead, and here we are looking at one of the biggest modern mega fleets being built right before me right now. It's $5.5 billion, it's 4 plants, it's
yesterday's video. If you wanted to see how I feel about this, you can watch that video. And instead, let's do some fun theorizing right now about who this could be. And if this is indeed a good mystery to any degree whatsoever, we have been introduced to the Sith at some point already. You can't call it a mystery, you can't try to play along if you are not introduced to the character that it is ultimately going to be. We can now conjure up suspects out of the ether and try to figure that out. And so going under the assumption that this is a character we know, I see plenty of ideas already. Is that it is
Excited for what? Oh, yeah.
Two here, where there is a master and an apprentice. This is just for the apprentice.
You want me to turn on the air? You can turn on the air? I was just trying to save on electricity.
Eliminate hostiles and secure their tags. We've lost the lead.
Effective fire!
What I send you? I forgot. I forgot. Can you remind me? Oh, pictures?
in the area.
Yeah, that's crazy. 100,000 in 4 days, right?
Target locked. Throw grenade! Check your bloody fire! Enemy here. Striker's got sighted.
That's where they're going. Maybe they don't care about it being obvious. Maybe there's another choice.
Tossing grenade!
Maybe he is just going to be apprenticed to this master. That is possible. But I don't think he is going to be.
Throwing a stun grenade! Throw grenade!
Taking the lead.
Enemy sniper!
The enemy's taking the lead.
Target right here.
Secured the lead.
X-ray marked. Drago!
We've lost the lead.
Okay, stay stuck! Tossing grenade!
Enemy UAV active.
Stun grenade out!
Confirmed that one.
So far, nothing about
Hostile UAV in the area.
people are enjoying it, and that is
Notch one.
this time.
Hostile launched a cruise missile.
Disagree? Did you notice things that I didn't, or whatever the case might be? Leave those comments. And until next time, thanks for watching.
Enemy here.
Hostile SAE near your position. Enemy UAV active.
Yeah.
Friendly care package on the way. Friendly mosquito deployed.
Throw grenade!
The episode is essentially a long hike for both parties. Meg and Star Wars Snape Ocean's Master, and the Jedi hoping to find her. Now, there's a lot of different things in this episode that really contradict not just Star Wars as a whole, but even previous episodes of The Acolyte. Now, throughout the last week, took the cake for the most breaking finish that I've ever seen in Star Wars. This week seems to do something else interesting to me. Bringing in a man who defies this entire show by his line in The Phantom Menace.
So they should go out of YouTube. Or she was, is she okay being married alive? So it's like that thing.
Hoping to add a little acceptance if he's involved in the show. Because obviously, you know, him having said that line is a big detractor in the show's possibility. But if he's in the show, it retracts any claim against him when he's then in the Menace, which then in turn makes the show valid.
I guess she ain't gonna be a bartender no more.
It only makes matters worse. Not only is Kiadi knowing about the dying of the Jedi being a major problem, but it's also the fact that he wasn't even born yet. That is, until Wikipedia went in real time during the live stream to quickly change the birth date of Kiadi in the hopes that no one would notice. When even their own system said that this was an error, I found it to be quite interesting how they quickly added in his birth date. Site error! God damn, they were quick to get on that way. Look at that, boys.
Good? Just trying to unwind and play the game. How about you? I know you're tired, so...
Kill confirmed. Neutralize hostiles, grab their tags to win. Simple enough.
Tossing!
Defensive fire.
Thankfully, the
Throwing a stun grenade!
We've lost the lead.
In fact, let's just add an extra 3 years.
Attack me!
They discuss
Oh, check that one! Reloading. Requesting recon flyover.
Wow, it's crazy.
17 or so years training under a
Enemy in the air.
officer they assume is
Throw a grenade!
Enemy UAV active. Kill confirmed.
Frag out!
UAV is bingo fuel. RTB at the time. The enemy is taking the lead.
Makes sense. It's true. Let me tell you.
Thanks.
Hostile cluster mine active.
Creates another issue. We just didn't tell you.
Throw a grenade!
Jedi Masters. There was a win
That's just it.
Jedi Council that was essentially
Stun grenade out! I'm getting stitched up!
when Fire came to them saying I found a virgin in the Force, chose one prophecy.
Frag out!
They thought they could get anything.
Throwing a stun grenade! I'm reloading.
And not only does he know about but he now also realizes that Sith has now been and if he does, well, maybe we'll know about
Tossing
it next
grenade!
episode. I don't think we know about that is can't change that. The other thing that's weird
Frag
is
out!
that he now knows the Jedi Master, which
Stun grenade out!
Confirm that one.
Expanding Star Wars. Very on board. And some of the other like this. Then you gotta sit back and be like, no.
Hostile SAE incoming.
That's just not fine. It's crazy that
UAV ready to deploy.
Yo, Rick. Touch Rick.
Enemy UAV active.
Hey, what's up?
UAV ready.
Lines in the Phantom Menace.
What? Yeah. Haven't been in. I went golfing. I got my first birdie.
We've secured the lead.
They're nothing. They're just starter clubs. I don't really have clubs. Like, I don't know if they're just like this. You know what I mean by starter pack? Like, they're not like.
Last mine.
Here, you want to join an Xbox party?
Tossing grenade! Throwing a stun grenade! Vision back! Watch out! Oh, check that one!
Hold on.
Incoming! Throw a grenade! Stun grenade out!
Hostile UAV in the area.
Frag out! Drop them! Tossing grenade!
Tag secure. Confirmed. Mission time is half over.
Frag out!
Maintain the lead.
It's gonna be a bunch of
Throwing a stun grenade!
realize that she doesn't
Tossing grenade! Stun grenade out!
Switch plans. I'm a good guy now. Stop.
Confirmed.
Throw grenade!
He's actually smart.
Friendly mosquito deployed.
Tossing grenade!
Halfway to mission
Throwing a
complete.
stun grenade!
Okay, all in the dark, get up. It is stupid run red, black helmet, black red lightsaber. He's killing Jedi. What should we call him? For all intents and purposes, it's Jedi.
We've lost the lead.
You know, Jedi get
Throw grenade!
Friendly mosquito active.
Reloading.
Launch one.
See, but
Enemy UAV active.
even exposure.
Hostile UAV in the area.
As she runs for Kildaka's house, I'd been dead. Milo Red doesn't seem like Duke did.
Drago!
Like it was kind of weird to see, but honest to God.
Hostiles launched a cruise missile.
And all together.
Stun grenade! I'm getting stitched up!
Yeah, okay. Wasn't nearly as bad as
On your six!
Tossing grenade!
like so many incidents.
Throwing a stun grenade!
Had something that was with changing dates
With you,
of
mate.
Kiari's established character, which has
Tossing grenade!
crazy just to inject this character that made a statement in episode 2 of the scene. Big story. This Jack just not a big fan of that.
Drago!
I think that that's really the right thing.
Shoot them!
Like,
Then you got hit from those fleas in the
Throw
carpet
grenade!
by
Stun grenade
said
out!
there's fleas by the
Confirmed that one.
Semtex
yeah,
incoming!
probably from that guy. Like, I have some anti-itch cream if you need it.
Throw grenade! Throwing a stun grenade!
You know what that means?
Don't shoot me, you dumb bastard! Drago!
30 seconds remain.
Throw grenade!
Fucking hate this level!
Grenade out! They're coming! Drago!
It's really it's so
Mission failed.
so
Return to base.
arrogant in my opinion to take a character that George wrote 40 years ahead of his time and make him now completely like it just opens up so many excited to see what happens at the very end of this whole show, to finally give my full consensus on the entire season and how much it has either destroyed or bolstered Star Wars. And I'm inclined to go with destroyed. But hey, look, that was episode 4, and I guess we have that big cliffhanger to go off of for next week with episode 5. Let's see, Smiler Ren and just how much more powerful he is compared to all of the other Sith. Find out. I got some funny videos coming for you guys this week, as well as a very important video mashup and live stream as well. So you guys will stay tuned for that. I'll see you guys very soon in the next video. Leave a like on this one if you enjoyed it. Check out TheorySavers.com. Saber shot. I will see you all very soon. Catch me on social media. Love you all.
Well, because the boat is flipped over, and it's anchored. So where's the person who was there? Whose boat is it? Why was it anchored? Either the person who was in it is now dead, or it could have been a situation where it was murdered, or maybe they were sleeping, caught in a storm, and the storm flipped the boat over. But someone should be there with their boat. Oh, wow. Okay, so just that's the backstory, that the people who took that video didn't know that. Never seen one like that before.
Extremely rare, high voltage.
That's pretty neat.
When Vince got me too out of the business, I did think it was a surprise. But as good as he is, I would not completely count that he could have come back. When the men start coming out, it will be a different story.